I should have. Okay, now. Okay, we're live now. You can say. You can say.
Yo, so what's up with the do rag?
Yeah, my bad, bro. Now I just got out the shower. A lot of people don't know. Like, yo, everybody's always asking how my hair is so soft. Well, this is the secret. So the
I
cast
thought
of the
I thought
hair.
I thought I thought it's you feeling New York ish.
Nah, bro. I do this. This is my like nighttime routine. So I do this to keep my
Ah,
hair nice
got
and wavy. So I just want to let the people know the secret. So, but I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna take it off.
ain't nothing wrong with
A little
it.
bit
I
better now.
wasn't complaining. I was just like, New York is unified right now. Do rag is part of the culture here,
For
so
real, bro.
to make sure the hair is wavy.
Nah, I'm out here, bro. So this is the secret. I'm telling you. I got switched on to the propósito hat. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna switch hats every like 15 minutes. Give everybody a hat. Every time.
I might
But how
some
you
shit.
doing today, bro? How's everything?
I'm good. I'm good. Rested a little bit today. Spent time with the family, but time to get to work right now.
Yeah, bro. Time to grind.
Yeah. And how's everything with you?
Everything's good, bro. It's been a phenomenal week. I
Yeah,
graduated, so I was
yeah. Tell us about that. Tell us what's been going on this week with you. I know you reached some milestones this week.
yeah, bro. I mean, it's just another day in the life. It's a milestone every day. I wake up and it's a milestone.
That's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing.
For
That's
real, bro. Nah, bro, just grateful. Like I'm grateful. I had a chance to reflect on this week, and I was like, yo, I got a lot of good people in my corner. And you're in that corner too. So I'm just very grateful that not a lot of folks get to say that they got like a good circle of folks. Like supporting, and I think that's a beautiful feeling, and I hope people can experience that. What true support means, loyalty, just
yeah,
people wanting the best for you, like so, and we all pushing each other, like we're all trying to succeed. No jealousy, no bad
yeah.
blood with family or friends, like. So I think that's a beautiful thing, and I think with the Knicks too, bro. Like, I'm not a Knicks fan, bro, but just seeing people so happy outside, bro, and seeing like everybody just come together, I think the city needs it, and I'm proud for the city. I'm
Yeah.
happy for the city for sure.
It's crazy. Earlier today, like just literally like 4 hours ago, I went to the store to go buy me a chopped cheese. And the first thing that I see when I walk into the store at the door, I see a Knicks logo on the store, and I'm like, yo, it's crazy because it's like, yo, this whole Knicks finals run has really been unifying the city, man. I don't think I've ever seen the city unify like this because obviously 2 years ago the Yankees won the World Series, but half of the city is Yankee fans, the other half is Mets fans. But Knicks fans, on the other hand, this is a mixture of Mets and Yankee fans. Nobody here really reps the Nets. Like honestly, like
For sure.
you know what I mean. This has always been a Knicks town. You know what I mean. The Knicks been here for a long time. So the fact is that seeing stuff like that, and just seeing how people, like you said, are happy and are it's I love it. I love it. I feel like it's gonna be a great summer here in New York. It's gonna be a great summer, especially if they finish the job. I hope they finish the job.
All right. So speaking of finishing the job, right? To touch on like the city being so happy, how do you feel about Trump basically banning New York fans from being outside? I don't know if you heard of this. You see how they have the watch parties? Trump
Yeah, I
keeps
don't. I don't think. I
keeping it
don't
being a
think.
executive.
I don't think. I don't think he's banning. I think that's just MSG doing it.
You think so?
No, that's not him. That's MSG doing it. Obviously, the president's coming in town, so there has to be extra security. Is a lot of chaos when a high official comes into town, and you know what I mean. I don't. It has nothing to do with the president.
You think fans are gonna like it though, even if it don't
I
like.
don't. I don't think fans really care. Like honestly, I don't
Okay,
think that's gonna stop anybody from going outside. That's
that's what
not
I'm saying
gonna.
though.
That's
What if,
not
what if
gonna
it
stop.
gets rowdy?
It's not gonna stop anybody from going outside tomorrow. There's enough places to in the city. One thing I've been noticing too is that there's a lot of watch parties going on. So there's honestly there's people I've been seeing videos from from last game, people in Harlem and on Uptown and all that, watching, literally setting up TVs in the street and people sitting down watching the games, like a whole neighborhood watching the game together. So it's like, yeah, I know that in MSG, that's a thing where people watch the game outside too. But it's just one game. I don't think people are bothered by that. It is what it is. But I just love that, the players are focused on just winning the next game. The fans they only care about winning. They don't really care about who's coming to town or or anything outside of the Knicks. So I
Right, right,
think that should just be the main focus. This is the Knicks. All that other stuff, it doesn't really matter.
right, right, right.
This is our moment. We've been waiting for this for a long time. So it's like, honestly, we're closer. We're getting closer to sweet victory, man. So
So with that being said, before we get to game three, right? Before we get to tomorrow's game, how'd you see your Knicks these first two games? What were some highs and what some lows?
I think the shooting um was not that great
Okay.
um from both sides actually, but obviously we're talking about my Knicks. It wasn't that great. That's one thing that I was like, okay, the first three rounds, you couldn't leave them open. You leave them open for a three, it was over. Like,
Right.
it was going in. I guess the Spurs has been doing a good job, especially last game of really applying pressure on defense. Um, Jalen Brunson is a prime example because Jalen Brunson, like, technically speaking, analytically speaking, these first two games he hasn't had good games. Even though the first game he scored 30 and the second game he scored 20, analytically speaking, and the percentage of his field goals is been terrible.
Right.
That's because the Spurs have done a great job at applying pressure on him, on the defensive end. So but they're just resilient, man. This team is resilient. They just do not give up. That's the thing about the Knicks. And I told you when we was watching the first game, how they were down. I was like, listen, the game for the Knicks is gonna start in the fourth quarter, and that's exactly what happened. Now,
For real.
last game, I was a little nervous because it was the other way around. Now they were up 14, and the Spurs came back. You know what I mean? And if
Yeah.
honestly, if it wasn't for that Wemby turnover, I don't know if we would have won that game. To be honest,
Oh my God.
I
That
honestly don't know if we would have
turnover.
won that game. But it was like, yo, bro, those last couple of minutes of that game, my anxiety was like all time high, bro. All time high, bro.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad we didn't stream. I was like, yo, that would have been the like your react. Like I can't imagine you probably was gonna be quiet the entire time. Like you
You ever
was
seen you
like,
ever seen you ever seen that meme of people when they like watching a game or whatever and they just lean towards the TV? That
yeah,
was me, bro. I was like this the whole time. I was
yeah.
like, bro, please, yo, because the thing is that honestly, I was saying that the Knicks need to win one game in San Antonio, right?
Right.
But them winning two, obviously, it favors them because when you come to MSG, bro, MSG is a tough place to play at.
Yeah.
It's tough. You know what I mean? These fans are part of the game, but believe it or not, they're part of the game because now it's not only the Knicks defense applying pressure on the Spurs, now it's the fans applying pressure on the Spurs. So it's like I know the Spurs are, they're pros. They're pros. They've been handling pressure all the entire playoffs. But it's the Knicks, bro, and it's the Knicks fans, bro. It's New York, bro. They don't play, bro. Like when they're into the game, they're into it. So the fact is that the Knicks are going into game three up 2-0. They're playing the MSG, bro. Bro, I can already imagine how things are gonna be tomorrow, especially with the fans. Like it's gonna be crazy. Like the Spurs, they, I hate to be the Spurs right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for you, bro, because I was praying for you game two, bro. You did not want to see
I
you
think
probably would have canceled, bro. You would never heard the end of it, bro.
But
Yeah,
to be honest, I think your prayers work because, bro, I felt like I was gonna catch a heart attack or something, bro. Like those last couple of no, for real, it was real,
yeah,
bro. It was real. Like it's like I said, like you see, I'm telling you, like I get into it. Just imagine how all the other fans that get into it too, man. You know what I'm saying, and are tuned in. You know what I mean, bro? Let me tell you something, bro. Last weekend I was in Tennessee for the day from Saturday to Sunday. Bro, believe it or not, there was even Knicks fans down there, bro.
right, right.
It was Knicks fans, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that we're everywhere, bro. We everywhere.
International,
International, bro. I bet you I go to another country, there's Knicks fans, bro.
for real, bro.
Guarantee you.
You know what? You know what I'll say though. I'll say that I was really impressed too with, even though they blew the lead in the second game, they were so composed. Like we were, like you were stressing, right? But I could
Yeah.
not tell if they were, like their composure. And I don't know, maybe that's Mike Brown, getting or the leadership of Jalen Brunson, but you did not once feel like, oh, we're in trouble.
They didn't overreact.
Yeah, they didn't overreact. Like, even though they were just going with the flow of the game. Like, the Spurs was making their runs, but there was like Deuce McBride, bro, and Landry Shamet, bro, just clutch shot after clutch shot. I was mind blown. I was like, what is going on right now? There was like a moment where like he benched like 4 out of the 5 starters, and it was just his bench players and one starter.
Yeah.
And the Knicks was like making shots. That's how their lead actually was like, I think 12 or 13 going into the fourth because of their bench.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe it. I was like, if it was Tom Thibodeau last year, like we
Well,
wouldn't have even seen that bench. Like,
I
so
don't think I think we would have had 2 or 3 injuries and we probably would have not made it to the finals.
for sure,
And
bro.
I'm talking about 2 or 3 injuries from the starters.
Yeah, man, I was just impressed. I like, honestly, time after time, this whole entire postseason, bro. Like, the Knicks have looked like such a complete different team from last postseason. Like, last postseason, they were blowing leads. Like, Tyrese Halliburton was shooting game winners on them. But this time around, bro, like, they're the ones doing it. And so it's like, it's pretty cool to see a team learn from like previous mistakes,
Yeah.
especially because it wasn't even the same coach. Like, this is a whole new like coaching system. And so I'm really proud of them, bro. Like, but we got to talk about the Wemby turnover, bro. What did you see? Like, who
At first, at first, is everything happened so fast. That's how you know I was really anxious. Last at first I thought it was Brunson stole the ball. That's what I thought. And then when they did the replay, it was actually that he tried to pass it at Castle, and Castle wasn't paying attention. But obviously, I don't think it was Castle's fault. It was Wemby's fault because he got to see that his teammate is watching. But bro, like I said, if that turnover didn't happen, I don't think the Knicks would have won that game.
Oh, you think they would have hit a game winner, or they would have went to overtime and won?
Is that by that time they were down by 1, but I don't know if they would have won because the thing is that the Spurs defense was that game. It was tough. Like
Yeah, it was a tie game.
Was it?
Yeah, it was tied. So that's what I'm saying. Either they would have won or would have went to overtime.
Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, I was hoping that in that situation it will go to overtime, but it was like, bro, it was like, oh my gosh, like because obviously Brunson before that play he shot and he didn't make it in. I'm like, man, that's what I'm talking about. He didn't have a good game, and but yo, when that happened, I was like, bro, a blessing last minute, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was crazy. It was like, damn, that's crazy. We got the turnover. Obviously, we wanted Brunson to make the 2 free throws. Didn't happen. But man, shout out to Mitch Robinson at the end of the play to end the game, bro. Like defensively, bro. Like if it wasn't for that, bro, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
We probably talking something else right now.
Yeah, I honestly I agree with you. It was Wemby's fault. Like, I don't even know why he decided to pass it in to begin with. I think if you're the star of the team, if you're that dog, right, you're bringing that ball up. Like, KD's bringing that ball up, Curry's bringing that ball up. Like, especially with the time left, I'm like, yo, just hold on to the ball, go dribble it, and you could maybe get a better shot. But like you said, Mitchell Robinson was just one hand, bro. They didn't even have the other hand. Bro, man's injured. So the fact he still couldn't score on him, like I've been disappointed on Wemby, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know about you, but I've been super disappointed with this. I don't know if it's his first time. You know, I don't want to be hard on him either, but I expected more.
That I want to say this about Wemby and the Spurs. I don't obviously, of course, I don't think they're gonna win. I mean, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm biased, but besides that, even even if they don't win this year, they are a team that's built to win for years. Like I'm pretty sure they'll win next year, or they'll win. They're gonna give, for example, they're gonna give OKC a hard time in the West. They're gonna give the Nuggets a hard time in the West. They're gonna give these upcoming teams in the West a hard time, and I feel like they got something going. You know what I mean? Obviously, for them, if they lose this, it's gonna be a learning experience, and they're gonna take that with them, and you know the next following years they're gonna be a problem in the West. Watch, they're gonna be a problem. Obviously, that Wemby turnover was terrible. It was very, very, very terrible. But obviously we haven't seen Wemby perform the way that we expected. But then again, you need to everybody needs to understand one thing, especially Spurs fans, that when it comes to both teams, the Knicks got more experience than the Spurs do. Because this Spurs team this is basically their first time in the playoffs with this core. This next team is not the first year, in the playoffs as a core. This is their first year in the finals, but I call it they've there were years where they exited the second round. Then last year they exited the Eastern Conference Finals. Now they're in the finals. So the Knicks have been coming up, coming up, coming up. While the Spurs, this is their first year, as this as this core, and they're going into not only the playoffs, but they made it all the way to the finals. So don't 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 sleep on the Spurs. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Upcoming years, don't sleep on the Spurs. They got a good core. Wemby's still a baby. You know what I mean? I think this is what his third year in the league. He's a baby. He gonna run the West for a long time, alongside where SGA. Watch.
Okay. I like how you're being humble. I like how you're keeping it classy. You don't even want to attack. You want to say nice things.
Yeah, is that the thing is? Listen, it's not about being humble. It's being realistic. I have
Right.
to be realistic. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, the Spurs suck. The Spurs this. I mean, if they suck, they
You don't have to
they
do
would
a
have
package.
they would have never made it to the finals. You know what I mean? They would
Right.
have never made it as far as they did. So, you know, um, definitely, man, definitely. Obviously, I did say Knicks in 6. Yeah, I'm changing that.
So let's go there. So let's go there. Now looking ahead, right? Game 3 tomorrow. Are we in for a sweep?
I see a sweep coming.
Okay. All
I see
right.
a sweep coming, and the reason why I see a sweep coming is because there's another component now added to the game, and it's
Okay.
the fans, bro. It's the fans.
Oh my God.
It's the fans, bro. It's to me. It's over.
It's 2 wins away.
It's
It's
2 wins
home
away, and then
court.
and then to climb up that mountain, of it's happened before, but I just don't think with the Knicks is gonna happen. It's just the Knicks right now are locked in. If you
Right.
if you notice what Knicks players have been saying at the end of the game, is 0-0. To
Yeah.
them, the series is 0-0. I think it was yesterday. I was watching an interview of Jalen Brunson, and he was talking about how they asked him, "Oh, we heard you haven't even seen the Larry O'Brien trophy yet."
Yeah. He didn't want to touch it
He don't want to touch it. He didn't want to see it because I don't know if you noticed. There's like a commercial of Wemby
with the
with the
trophy.
trophy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. I was wondering. I'm like, man, where's the video of Brunson with the trophy?
Right.
Nah, he don't want to see it. He don't want to touch it. He don't want to be near it. Obviously, he wants that when they win it all. And I'm just like, yo, this guy, this team, they're just bro. They're on another level right now. It's crazy. Their mentality, bro, is. it's insane, bro. It's like it's Mamba mentality, bro.
Yes, it's been different. I honestly, I think if they win Game Three, absolutely correct sweep. Like there's no if, ands, or buts about it. But if the Spurs do happen to win Game Three, then I think we could have a series.
Yeah.
We
Mm-hmm.
could.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think losing the way you did Game Two, if I'm the Spurs, like I don't know if I could come back from that. I don't know if mentally I can recover from that. Like the amount of like will you're gonna need to have and just mental toughness, bro, to get through two straight hostile environments in New York. Go back to your house and try to stay alive. Go back to New York again. I just it is a lot to ask for a really young team. Maybe if it was a veteran team, a team that's been there before, they
Yeah.
might be able to. But I think the way the Knicks are playing and the way, like you said, the crowd is going to be like, we might not even see a single Spurs fan in attendance, bro. Like it
Every
might just be all Knicks
a
fans.
Spurs fan in New York, which I really don't understand that. Unless you're a visitor, I don't know. Don't go to 7 half tomorrow.
No, for real,
Don't go.
don't do it.
Don't go. It's, just don't do it to yourself
For real.
because
Yeah,
you're not going back to you're not going back to your house or you're not going back to your hotel room with your jersey on. I'm telling you that right now. I
absolutely.
don't condone violence, by the way. I don't condone it, but it's
It's a
just the
it's
truth.
a suggestion.
It's just a suggestion. I don't condone violence.
Yeah.
We don't condone violence. It's just reality.
Right, right, right. So how do any like things you are concerned of? Like since we're talking about a lot of positive
Uh,
thing, anything that you're like, maybe the Spurs could exploit this.
I think that they my obviously from what I saw how they apply pressure on Brunson, I feel like they're gonna run that back. I feel like that's one thing that worries me. Um, I don't think Brunson has seen defense like that the entire playoffs. Not even the first game he saw that. And then I just feel like that's what worries me that they might run that type of defense on him again, and then it'll just throw him off of rhythm. Um, yeah, I mean they're good defensively. It's just obviously they haven't been making their shots, and then we've taken advantage of them not taking their shots. So
Yeah, I agree.
that's one of my biggest worries, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, based on watching both games, like even though they did blow a lead in the fourth, I kind of still don't see any weaknesses. If anything, even the Jalen Brunson, like him struggling, like I think like it makes sense for him to struggle because he's playing away. I think the energy he's gonna get. I don't know if you like watched Dragon Ball Z, but like when Goku lines up like the Spirit Bomb, and he's
Mhm.
asking like that's gonna be Jalen Brunson Game Three, bro. Like I wouldn't be surprised if this man dropped 50 or 60, bro. And it's because I think he's due. Stars are due for like that one game in the finals, and we haven't even gotten that like game yet. We've gotten clutch shots, but we haven't gotten like that
And
40 minutes.
that's the thing about Brunson. Like even though he's struggling, it don't even really feel like it. Cause like I said, the first game he dropped 30, second game he dropped 20, and then the good thing is too that he's kind of getting the load off because Cat dropped 20, Bridges dropped 21. Um, the bench is doing their thing too, so it's like the load is off a little bit. He doesn't, but obviously when it comes to like the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, is Brunson. That's who's expected to win the game because he's the closer. So but we're gonna see. I mean, if the fans really get into it like how I expected, I think Brunson could really take off tomorrow.
Bro, he's gonna be prime Michael Jordan tomorrow, bro. If you weren't allowed to see Michael Jordan, just tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't really get to see Michael, so
Yeah,
I guess tomorrow I get to see the reincarnated version.
I'm telling you, bro. He's got. I wouldn't be surprised if Jalen does do the spirit bomb, bro. He's like, yo, give me the power, bro. Every Knicks fan, bro, is gonna trade. Have you seen the ticket prices, by the way?
No, I haven't seen the ticket prices because I already know. I kind of know what there is. I've been hearing though, like I've been hearing the cheapest is like 8,000, 10,000. I haven't bothered to see it because I'm just like if I see it, I'm gonna cry. I'm like I'm not gonna, but I've been
Yeah.
hearing prices, so I'm like but I don't know, bro. I understand is MSG and is the finals, but it's like, man, well, why are tickets this expensive? Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Finals, it's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I looked up this morning and lowest ticket went for 10K, bro.
That's crazy.
And
10.
I'm pretty sure that's probably like bleacher seats.
Yeah, yeah,
Like that's not even like,
yeah.
bro. I don't. I
But
get it.
it's crazy. Bleacher
Yeah.
seats in MSG is like the view is not that bad. At
I
least because I've sat all the way up there, but like my first Knicks game that I ever went to, I sat all the way in the top, and the view wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? It's still enjoyable, but it's still crazy that you're paying $10,000 to sit in a nosebleed. And I know
yeah.
there's people doing that tomorrow.
Nah. I don't recall the last time I've been to a Nick game. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I think the first time I ever went and the only time I ever went was when we were in Urban Dove. Like I think they took us to the Nick game one time, if I want to, but we even stayed for the whole game. I think we just, you know how it is. You go on a trip, you leave,
Yeah,
can't
because
even enjoy the whole game.
yeah,
But that's the only time. But yeah, I don't. I've been more at the Barclays, which is funny because you bring up like the Nets and stuff. Like yesterday, we went to Barclays, and my fiance was like, "Where do the Knicks play again?" And I was like, "Not here, not here. They play in MSG." And she like, "Wait, so who plays here?" And I was like, "Yeah." Oh, the Brooklyn Nets, they haven't been here for that long, but they're not good. I was like, I wish they moved back to New Jersey, actually. I don't think we need them. But even she didn't know who, and she's been like getting into basketball lately. And she was just like, she only knew about the Knicks, but
yeah. That's how you know that that's
disappointing.
they don't. I don't think they belong, especially after this next run. I don't think
Oh
they
my
should be
God.
here. I don't think they should be here. I think they should need to go back to Jersey.
For
Jersey
real,
needs
bro.
some teams.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
I think Jersey want their team back.
But bro, I think we're good when it comes to basketball. You want to transition to baseball? Should we get to baseball?
Yeah, we could do
'Cause
baseball, man. We could do
I
baseball.
watched the Yankee game today. So
I was tuning in a little bit today.
it was
I was
yeah,
tuning in. Yeah,
y'all won. Yeah,
I didn't get to see everything, but I was tuning in.
yeah,
What
they
was
they
going on.
cooked the Red Sox because
Yeah,
that's another team I root for. So I was pretty upset. It was belt to ass,
yeah,
but it was a tough game at first. It was like close 1-1, and then I was even like laughing and like joking around with my fiance because she's a Yankee fan. So I was like, damn, like without Aaron Judge, do y'all even score any runs? Like, but they got six. They got six. So my question to you is, are you concerned with your Yankees with
I'm,
Aaron Judge being out?
I'm always concerned with the Yankees. I'm always concerned with. I've been concerned with them since forever. But obviously, with Aaron Judge injury, the level of concern grows more. Not because they're not capable of scoring runs, but because sometimes the hitting could be very inconsistent. And then it's like, us fans were still waiting for guys to start hitting. Like obviously he just went on the IL, but Austin Wells, like
Yeah.
waiting for him to hit. You know what I mean? It's like he's been having a tough year. Um, Jazz Chisholm the last few weeks has been, getting better. He actually hit a home run today with Aaron Judge bat.
I
So
couldn't believe it because he struck out like three times, I think,
yeah,
or no, two times. He was close to getting that golden sombrero, and then man hits a home run.
yeah, with
How's
Aaron
that
Judge
possible?
bat. He had Aaron Judge bat.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he be funny. I don't know if you know, he be borrowing people's other
Pants.
players' stuff, the pans, the
Yeah.
equipment. So it's like it was like Aaron Judge was batting up today. But talking about Jazz Chisholm, electric player, but I need him to obviously hit more. I don't care about the home runs. I gotta get on base. Gotta hit with runners on base. Who else concerns me? The other guys that I know that Trent Grisham is good too, but he's had a slow start to the year too. And
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Is if those guys, if those 2 3 guys that I mentioned start to pick it up, I think the Yankees as a whole is a different team because Cody Bellinger has been good for us so far this year. Co- uh, Ben Rice has been putting up MVP numbers this year. Um, you know, those guys have been doing what is expected of them. But the other guys, they gotta pick it up. Volpe gotta pick it up. You know what I mean? Ryan McMahon gotta pick it up. It's the level of inconsistent hitting. You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
It's like, yeah, Judge is hurt and he's gonna be gone. We don't know how long, 2 months minimum is what we heard.
That's what
Two,
I heard too.
2 months minimum because then they're gonna reevaluate him to see if he could, you know, do anything. But in the meantime, they gotta pick it up. You know what I mean? They gotta find ways to score runs. You know what I mean? And you know, now that they brought back Spencer Jones up from AAA, I expect him, you know, to show us what he's about because obviously there's been a lot of hype over the last couple of years about him. I'm like, you know, fam, you got 2 months to prove to all of us that you belong here. You know what I mean? So I my expectations are even more higher with him because this is the time for you to prove yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Before I give you my response, right? So we got a question from DJ Kwan who says, "Fun facts: Spurs haven't won at Madison Square Garden since 2019. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
That's a crazy fact. We appreciate you for that fact.
Wow,
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
wow,
So
wow.
that's it. Knicks win. Knicks are winning. It's it. We
And then
got it.
the pressure
That's
from the
it.
fans, man. The pressure from the
For
fans.
real.
It's
But
like that's an extra bench right there.
for real. Wow. Well, I didn't even know that. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's
Well,
crazy.
yeah.
We
That's
gonna
why
see, yeah. We gonna
that's why
see.
we do these pods for
Yeah,
these facts.
yeah.
Yeah. But to answer to answer my own question earlier, I'm a little concerned just because what's the lead that well, are you guys behind the Rays or are you guys in front?
We're I think a game behind from
Yes.
the race.
So I'm
Yeah,
just concerned about like if you
a
guys
game.
will be able to stay alive till he returns. This is gonna be another Dragon Ball Z reference, right? It's like when everybody's getting killed by Freezer and they're waiting for Goku to come back and he's in the hyperbolic chamber.
We're actually we're like we don't on the on the on the loss column. We're a game behind, but we're a game ahead. On the win column. So technically we're kind of tied, but we're not. Yeah, but we're in second place though in the division.
And then for wild card, what does that look like? Like you guys are in front?
I assuming that we're. I'll tell you right now that we're ahead. I think we are. I think the wild card we're ahead, but obviously we don't want the wild card because the wild card is wild card. Yeah, we're ahead. We're ahead.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we're
So
ahead.
yeah, that's my concern though. It's because you guys don't want the wild card. Like I think,
No,
but
that's
we established on the first episode of the podcast. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But we established that it's not a tough like conference either though. So they may still be all right.
yeah. I mean, the AL is always the AL is for those who don't know, and I'll give it to you in basketball terms. The AL is like the East in
Right.
basketball. It's literally like the East.
That's a good comparison. Really good.
Is weak. You know what I mean? But I did say last week that the Rays were. I believe I said the Rays were probably the only team that concerned me. Um, I added another team to that list because we played them this week. The Guardians. The
Okay.
Guardians. We they beat us. I don't. We didn't get swept, but we lost that series, and you know they handled business against us. So you know they concern me. They look like they honestly they weren't even expected to be this good. it was Detroit that was expected to be good. But like I said last week, it all comes down to the trade deadline. Who
Right.
what moves is being made. You know what I mean? Whatever if the Yankees upgrade in the positions that they need to upgrade, I think one they could take the division, and I think uh Aaron Judge gets back, I think they could be fine depending on what moves they make.
Right, right. So this means that Judge will miss the All-Star game then, right? Most
Yeah,
likely.
yeah, he's not. Yeah, he won't be there.
Damn. But that's kind of a blessing too, because that means for sure Ben Rice has to go to the All-Star game.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, bro, he's been putting up numbers, bro. His numbers
yeah.
is what we expected because we obviously his rookie year we got a little preview of it, but he wasn't a starting first baseman. Last year he wasn't a starting first baseman either, but he got more playing time, and since he got more playing time, he put up good numbers. And now this year he's a everyday player, so he's been putting up the numbers that we expected of him. You know what I mean? So, and he's a left-handed hitter. So, you know what I mean? And he's doing great so far with us. So I hope to see him in the All-Star break. I think he's been putting up better numbers than Vladdy, I think, this year, to be
Oh
honest.
my, Vladdy has been horrible, bro.
Yeah,
9 home runs. Or
yeah.
no. I don't think he has. I think he has one. I gotta check.
I think he has like 5. I'll tell you right
I,
now how much he has.
I think
He
I
doesn't
read
have
that he's. I think I read that he's projected to get 9 for the whole season, bro. That's how bad his hitting has been.
like nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they projected, bro. 9 home runs.
Nah, no, that guy hits like about 30 every year.
Not this year, bro. It's been bad. I'm so glad the Mets didn't get him. He had one good year, and I think that's it.
But he's always been good. I don't know what it is this year that I don't know. It's just not clicking for him.
Yeah, I
This
don't.
this year's not. I don't know. I don't know if they're still high off of winning the American League, but yeah,
It's disappointing too because I wish better for Dylan. What Dylan sees or what's his name again?
Dylan
Uh,
Cease.
yeah. He's so good, bro, and I just don't know why he went there. I,
You
well,
want
I
to
I get why you would go there because they just came off a World Series, but I don't know. Had he gone somewhere else, I think it would
you
have
want
been.
to know you want to know how much Vladdy got? You want to
Yeah,
guess?
how much I got?
You want to guess?
A one home. I think it's one home run. Is it
Nah, it's 3.
three? Well, that's that 3 home runs.
You got 3.
Three, bro. That's
Yeah.
madness.
And,
And
and,
he
and you know
just
what's
signed a big
crazy?
contract.
Eh,
Yeah.
eh, what you just said about his contract? I was just about to say that. What you just
Yeah,
said?
he signed a 12-year contract, bro. Like, I don't
And
know how
yes,
much
it's
it was.
this year was the beginning of it.
Oh my God.
500 million.
Oh my God. Yo, I
What a way to start, huh?
oh my God. Terrible.
But you
But
know what's crazy
yeah.
though? If you look at his numbers the last couple of years, I don't think he's hit more than 30. The last couple
No,
of
no,
years,
no, yeah.
he's more of a. I've noticed that he's a big guy that hits for average
Right, right.
and drives in a lot of runs, but he doesn't really. He his dad was a power hitter. His dad was a power hitter, but he's more of an average hitter.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's still like honestly, a guy like Vladdy, I would expect him to have at
Right,
least 10,
right.
minimum 10.
So
I
who
was looking up Otani too the other day, and he has like 10.
but that's Otani just right now he's not taking it seriously, bro. You know Otani. Right now he's just having fun. He out here gambling, bro.
That's gonna be that's a topic one day we're gonna have to talk about. We're
For
gonna have to
sure,
talk
for
about
sure.
that.
Well, before we get there though, like since we were talking about the All-Star game, right? Like who else on your Yankee team do you think is worthy of some All-Star honors based on how you've assessed this season so far?
Cam Schlitzler,
I was about to say that.
Cam
That'd
Schlitzler,
probably be my number one.
Cam Schlitzler, his bro, he pissed today. He pissed
Yeah, he
great
was a
today.
monster, bro.
He pissed. I guess when he sees Boston, yeah,
You know he's from Massachusetts.
uh-huh,
He was
uh-huh,
a Red Sox fan.
uh-huh.
Like I feel so bad for him.
Uh-huh. No, but obviously he doesn't care. He loves being a Yankee. He loves it because I mean, bro, this is actually a true story. When he before he pitched that game against the Red Sox in the wild card last year, there was actually Red Sox fans threatening him and his family.
Yeah, yeah, for the wild card game. Yeah,
I'm
I heard
assuming that for him that was fuel. You know what I
right.
mean? Before getting to that game, I was like, man, a rookie striking out 12 hitters. And mind you, the Red Sox last year had our number. So the fact that he went out in the elimination game and struck out 12, pitched 8 innings, and none of them scored on him. But I guess that was fuel. So it's like for him now, he probably don't even ever want to be a Red Sox because of those threats. You know what I
Nah, yo,
mean?
he got those threats. He got those threats and made that Johnny Damon call. He was like, "Yo, take care of this for me."
Man, the kid he's been awesome for us this year, man. Like he's been everything we needed from a pitcher. I just if only our entire rotation was healthy, man, everybody would see the full potential of it. So
And you add Scooble to that? Oh my God,
I'm not gonna lie, man. I think
we're seeing two parades.
I'm saying I'm focused on one parade right now.
I'm focused on one parade right now.
I'm focused on one parade right now. The more realistic one right now.
The more realistic one.
Yeah. But if we add Scooble, yeah, I'm already I'm seeing I'm seeing the next parade. But yeah, man, that would be awesome. If we add Scooble, I would be a little concerned in the fact that he would be a rental. But if the Yankees do get Scooble, they have to go all out.
They
Like
do,
they have
yeah.
to go all out. Like, yeah, Judge is still gonna be out, for a while, even if they get Scooble. But they gotta upgrade the bullpen. They gotta upgrade the catcher's position. That's another thing that Yankees, there's been rumors about that they're gonna upgrade on catcher. You know what I mean? So they gotta upgrade, man. Like they have to get guys that are really gonna hit. They're gonna hit. Yeah, guys that hit home runs is leave it to Stanton, leave it to Bellinger, leave it to Rice. You know what I mean? Leave it to Judge. Those are the guys that hit home runs. Everybody else in the lineup, they need a hit for contact. They need a hit to drive in runs. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes the Yankees, and I've been saying this for years. For years, I've been saying this. I don't know why Yankee players just like to hit home runs. I don't know
Right.
why. And it's like you have runners on base. Try to always drive them in, whether it's a sacrifice fly or a single, whatever. But yeah, if we get Schoolboy and yeah, you have to go all out because he's a rental. You don't know where he's gonna sign, and he's gonna
Yeah.
ask for a lot of money, which he has the right to ask for a lot of money because he's great.
Nah, yeah, yeah. I think too with since you're talking about the trade deadline, right? Like, I feel like the Yankees are due for like a big name. Like, I think it's been a minute since they landed like a big name. Like, that's something that I've always used to in my lifetime watching the Yankees and hitting from afar is that they've always gotten like that big name. And recently, I haven't really seen it as much. Who would you say is like the last big name they acquired? Would it
Uh,
be Jazz since he was like really doing his thing in Miami at the time?
no, I say Bellinger
For real, you think that was a big acquisition?
because think about it. I'm gonna ask you this from your point of view. Who do you think is more valuable on the team, Bellinger or Jazz? And tell me why.
Nah, it has to be Cody, bro. He's
And
just
why
more.
is that?
He's
And
just
why
more.
is that?
In my opinion, he's more consistent. He
Okay.
he shows up, and also like his even his own coach would agree with that because of the way the order he's behind Judge, right? Or he's
Yeah.
before Judge.
Yeah. Sometimes he's in the front, sometimes he's behind. It depends.
Yes, that's saying a lot because that used
But
to be
but
he did a lot.
you know what makes him more valuable though?
What would you
That
say?
that he plays the entire outfield, all outfield positions, and he plays first base.
Right, right, right.
So let's say if Ben Rice sometimes catches.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's say Boone was like, okay, Rice, you're gonna catch today. He could throw Corey Bellinger to first base.
Yeah, he's a good utility player. Yeah.
Yeah, so he plays all three outfield positions, and he's great at it. Like he knows how to handle it because believe it or not, outfielders, not every outfielder can handle every outfield position.
Right.
So the fact that he can handle all three and play first base. That's why when we got him last year, I was like, I like this because obviously we got some kids that are coming up that are outfielders like Spencer Jones, and then if let's say Ben Rice didn't work out, we could throw Bellinger in first base, but obviously Ben Rice is working out, so
More than working out.
yeah, so he's at first base. So and I don't think they're gonna take Ben Rice out of first base. So, but Bellinger is definitely gonna stay in the outfield. But let's say if they want to give Ben Rice a day off, they could throw Bellinger, at first base. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
but that hasn't really been much the case because we still got Paul Goldschmidt too, which he's
Right,
a
right, right.
he's a great defender at first base.
Right. And y'all got another all-star on your team, the legendary Anthony Volpe. Like
Let me say something about Anthony Volpe, man. Honestly, I wish success on every athlete, especially on my team. But unfortunately, my point of view or my view on Anthony Volpe is that he just can't handle New York.
yeah.
I think if he plays somewhere else, I think he would find himself. But the thing is that he hasn't clicked here. He just hasn't clicked here in New York. You know what I mean? I guess obviously us Yankee fans or just New York fans in general, we demand a lot of our teams. Whether you're a Yankee fan, you're a Mets fan, we require a lot of you. And I would say partially that's our fault. You know what I mean? For sometimes the way athletes perform here, but yeah, man. Like I don't know, man. Like yeah, it, we have George Lombard Jr. coming up
Yeah.
soon, so hopefully he doesn't disappoint, and hopefully he's the franchise shortstop soon. But Anthony Volpe days, I believe, are numbered.
I think they're already done. He got. I don't know. I just don't think they can find anybody who's gonna want to take him.
They're just waiting for, what they're waiting for? They're just waiting for when George Lombard is ready to come up.
Right.
That's what they're
Exactly.
waiting for. That's when they're waiting for. Whenever he's ready, and then obviously there's been injuries, so the injuries has been keeping Volpe up. But
Right.
once those guys come up, then Volpe's gonna be a guy that they're gonna send down.
They're gonna call up Anthony Volpe and be like, they're gonna bring Michael K into the meeting, and he's gonna be like, "See ya."
But enough of my Yankees, man.
Yeah,
How
talk about the Dodgers, bro. What's up with the Dodgers? Where were we on this take? Because I can't even remember. I remember
oh
you said
yeah.
something, but I'm just trying to remember what it was.
So I remember what it was. So I
Okay, okay.
said I said last week, this might be a crazy take, but I don't care. That the Dodgers, I don't think were that good last year.
Yes, that was insane that you said that, bro. They went back to back, and they had no starting pitching. It was just straight bullpen.
I'm gonna explain it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay, go
explain it.
ahead.
So first, the Dodgers almost lost their division
Okay,
last year. I understand that they had injuries.
they did have injuries.
They had a lot. I remember, especially in their starting pitching.
No starting pitching.
Yeah, no, they. I think the only one that I could remember that stood healthy was Yamamoto. Everybody else got hurt.
Right.
So, yeah, no starting pitching, and I think Mookie Betts was out for a while. I don't know who else, but I don't think they were that good last year because one, they almost lost their division. Um, they were a wild card. Technically, they were a wild card team. Technically speaking, they were a wild card team because they played in the wild card round, which the Mets were supposed to play the Dodgers.
Yeah.
It was the Reds that they ended up playing, and they won that series. And of course, we all knew they was gonna make it to the World Series. I even knew they was gonna make it to the World Series. But the reason why I say that truly that I say that they weren't really that good of a team is because one, the Dodgers went to a 7 game series with the Blue Jays. Technically, they were 2 outs away from losing that series,
Okay.
and um, they won because they were experienced, not because they were good. If you understand what I'm saying,
Right. That they've been there.
they've
They've been
been
there.
there, so they knew what to do. They knew how to take advantage of mistakes, and obviously, Miguel Rojas coming up in the ninth inning to hit a game tying home run to save them from winning losing the World Series, and then that play that with Kike Hernandez and I forgot the other dude's name. I forgot his name.
The where the ball just got
Yeah,
stuck, right?
yeah. That I don't even know if Kike Hernandez would have caught that if
It
his
was
team.
Teoscar. I think it was it
No, it
Teoscar?
wasn't Teoscar. It wasn't
It was
Teoscar.
Kike.
I forgot his name, but
Um.
Pajes, Andy Pajes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Andy Pajes. Yeah,
Pajes.
yeah.
Andy Pajes. If he didn't come and catch that ball, I think they would have lost that World Series. If Miguel Rojas didn't make that play to home plate, they would have lost the series. They weren't that good. They was just experienced. They knew what to do. They knew how to play under pressure. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people would hear this and be like, "Oh snap!" But it's the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. But sometimes teams that are experienced tend to win championships because they know how to do it. I'm gonna give you a prime example. The 2000 Yankees, they weren't that good. They didn't even win 90 games that year.
Yeah, that series the Mets choked.
They didn't win that. They didn't win.
Yeah.
90, they didn't win 90 games that year.
Hmm.
They went into the playoffs losing. They were terrible. But what happened? They were experienced. They just had came back from winning back to back. They had won 3 World Series in the last 4 years. So they knew what to do. They knew what to do going into the playoffs. Experience. Experience is a big benefit.
Yeah.
It benefits you as a team. Now, were they good? No, there was a possibility that the Mets could have beat them that year.
They were honestly I thought the Mets were a better team, but it did catch up to them. The Mets.
Analytically,
Yeah.
if we're gonna
Yeah.
speak
Yeah.
analytically, the Mets were probably better.
Hmm.
But the experience was on the Yankee side. So, obviously Jeter knows he's one of the most clutch hitters in baseball history and playoff history. You know what I mean? You got a team of Paul O'Neill, Tino Martinez, Bernie Williams. You know what I mean? You got all those guys that know how to win, that they've won multiple times with the
Right.
same team. So they know what to do when pressure comes. So that's the way I see the Dodgers. The Dodgers had won the year before. They come into 2025. Obviously, they got their injuries. They got their all these issues that they're dealing with, but they know how to manage it. They technically had the same team if you think about it. They technically had the same team. They just added a few people, but they had the same team. So they knew how to win. They knew how to do it. It just analytically speaking, I think I don't know. I might be wrong, but I think the Blue Jays had a better record than them.
I think.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Blue Jays had a better record than them. So you know what I mean. The Blue Jays weren't a wild card team. They won the division. I think they were. I think they're the number one seed in the American League. So Blue Jays were good, but Dodgers just had the experience. So that's why the Dodgers was able to win.
I don't know. All I gotta say is
But talking about Otani didn't do good in the World Series either.
he don't have to. He don't have to.
But that's it. You see, that's the thing, though, right? But this is another. I'm about to start off another conversation. I'm about to start off another conversation.
Wait. Before that, look. No, I don't. I still think that's a crazy take, just because I think you said a lot of what ifs. So if I answered with what ifs, if their starting pitching was healthy, I think they would have been unstoppable. Because if their
Yeah,
bullpen was that good, right,
yeah. Hmm.
then that means they would have been unbeatable. So
Yeah.
I think they would have been better. They would have been better than their first championship team because they didn't have their starting pitching. But I get where you're coming from. But I'm saying if we're talking about what ifs, they're if they were healthy, I even think they're better this year than they were last year and the year before. Cause Pages was not that good, and bro, Pages this year has been great. I don't know if you've been watching.
The Dodgers, no, I haven't been paying attention that much. But yeah,
What were you
Pages
gonna say about Otani though?
he both World Series that he's played in, he hasn't played good.
Do you think he's all right? Since we got it's a good topic to talk about. Is he the best player in baseball?
Yes,
Oh wow, okay. I did not expect that. I did not.
yes. It's
I
hard
can't
for me
believe
to
you're
admit
gonna
it.
have me defend Aaron Judge today. I can't believe this.
No, I'm realistic, bro. Is that y'all think I'm one of these fans that's delusional? Aaron Judge is to me the best player in the American League.
Bro, Aaron Judge is consistent. Oh my God, I can't believe you're about to you really gonna make me do this. Aaron Judge has hit so many home runs, bro. He's Mr. Consistent, bro. Man's a machine.
But everybody knows why Otani is the better player. He's a
Cause
two-way player.
I get it. The pitching makes him like a one in a lifetime talent.
He's a two-way player.
He's a two-way player, but I don't know. Something has to be. Aaron Judge, like as much as I talk bad about him during the postseason, in the regular season, bro, Aaron Judge is a monster.
Yeah,
Whatever pitcher, whoever,
I
bro,
mean,
they like pitch. I've seen pitchers like 5-star pitchers, bro, pitch to Aaron Judge like a way they don't pitch any other players, bro. Like they are genuinely scared when they're pitching to this man.
and let me tell you this, like Aaron Judge, man, like last year, for example, I think they intentionally walked him more, I believe, than a regular walk
Yeah,
last year because it's how much they feared him. And then, you know, for the first time last year in the postseason, he was actually doing good. But obviously, since it's Aaron Judge and he has a history of not doing good in the postseason, people didn't really see that. It's like Yankee fans. And but I still think that obviously Otani, if anybody was to start a team from scratch, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would say Otani
like
because
right now, or just like they're both of them in their prime.
both of them in their prime.
That's hard. I'm
A
not gonna.
lot of people would say Otani because obviously to win a championship you need pitching, and he's a good pitcher. He's not a great pitcher, but he's a good pitcher. He's a good pitcher.
It's
So,
interesting, right? Because damn, I still can't believe you got me defending Aaron Judge. Otani was on the Angels with Mike Trout, and they didn't get nothing done, and he was
but
still
it takes 9 guys
right. I
to win, and they
what
didn't have 9 guys to
now?
win.
Let me ask you this: if you swap Judge for Otani, if Judge is on the Dodgers, do they still win 2 titles?
I
I
think
do.
they still do. I think they do because the Dodgers over the years have built an Avengers like team. They is every guy in every position is good, whether defensively or offensively, they're good. They're
Right.
good at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, let me tell you something. You got a guy like, for example, playing first base, like Freddie Freeman, who's clutch. Come on, bro.
But
That
that's what I'm saying. If
that's
you can,
that's a you don't have to worry. This is why,
yeah,
like, and I'm gonna tell you, this is another take. This is why I think a lot of people overlook Otani's performance in the World Series because if you look up his numbers in the World Series, it's not that good.
but you're making the case then that
But I'm
that's
making the
you're
case
making
that
the case
is
that
over.
he's overrated.
No,
Eh,
no, no.
Yeah, no, not overrated, but he
It
doesn't come up
is
big.
overlooked.
Yeah,
It's overlooked. I'm talking about the World Series because the
yeah,
other rounds he has good numbers.
yeah.
Is overlooked because he has teammates that could pick up the slack, like Freddie Freeman, like Will Smith, like Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez. those guys, Kike Hernandez in the playoffs.
I mean,
He's
Boston,
Barry Bonds. He's Barry Bonds in the playoffs.
Boston legend, bro.
He's a
Blonde Kike Hernandez, bro.
he's Barry Bonds in the playoffs. So you could easily overlook Otani's numbers in the World Series. You know what I'm saying? Now Aaron Judge is a different case.
But that's what I'm saying. I honestly like if I'm a MLB fan and we're talking about this 10 years from now, like I might look at an Aaron Judge ring more valuable than an Otani ring just based on
Yeah,
tier. Like
yeah.
So if I'm thinking about who is the best player, I'm thinking like this man carried his franchise.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree because obviously Judge is homegrown. He got drafted by the Yankees. He's been there. He struggled with them. He's been gone through their disappointments and et cetera, et cetera. But Otani's just bro. Is a I we never got to see Babe Ruth, so that's the closest thing to Babe Ruth that we'll ever see. So but Aaron Judge is definitely a guy I would start it if Otani didn't exist. Obviously, Aaron Judge is a guy that I would start a team with too. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is too, what does get me upset between the two guys is that when it comes to playoff performances, especially in the World Series, because they both played in the World Series, especially against each other, that one was overlooked and the other one wasn't. So it's like there's like a level of biasness. I don't know, it's because to me in MLB, the two most hated teams is the Yankees and the Dodgers.
Right.
You know what I mean? But obviously, from what I see, there's a lot of love for Otani because Otani got Japan. He got the love from the Japanese fans and he got love from the American fans. You know what I mean? A Judge got love obviously here, in the US, but New York as well. So, they overlooked his numbers and not overlooked Judge numbers. And then last year Judge started performing in the playoffs. When he started to perform and pick up, unfortunately the rest of the team didn't pick it up. So yeah.
But okay, guys, we hit that 1 hour mark. So I think we're gonna be good for today. Well, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know if you want to talk about your Mets. I know we didn't talk about your Mets.
No, I think that's all the time we have, ladies and gentlemen. Nah, I don't. They won today. I saw that they beat the Padres today. I think they won the series actually against the Padres, unless they play again tomorrow. But no, I think they took 2 out of 3 if I'm not mistaken. But no, I don't know. I think the Mets. I think next week's episode might be dedicated more to the Mets and the Yankees.
That's cool with me.
Cause I got a lot to say about the Mets. And I think
we can talk about them because I actually want to hear your take on what moves you think they should make on the trade deadline. Who should go, who should stay, and stuff like that. I actually want to hear those takes.
Well, it's gonna be everyone should go except for Juan Soto. That's breaking news. So funny.
I agree though. I agree.
I agree. Story on the next episode about what I said in the Uber to my fiance about Lindor, and she was like, "You're like the fakest Mets fan ever." So I'll share that story on the next episode.
Oh, I'm actually interested to hear that.
Yeah,
but I agree though what you said. Almost everybody should go except Soto.
Yeah. But we'll talk about it more on
I'm interested. I can't wait to hear this.
For sure, bro. But we appreciate you once again for stopping by. Yes. If you want to let them know where to find you again, or like if you got anything to promote, let the public know.
Yes. You guys can find me on my page, my personal page on Instagram, Manny Ortiz with 3 Z's at the end, not 1, 3 Z's. And you can also support the brand Propósito Apparel. I'm gonna show you one of the hats that we got. Boy, Cesar got all of them.
I got all of them.
All of them. Thanos.
For real.
Yeah, Propósito Apparel. You can follow us on Instagram too. You can also go on our website, propositoapparel.com. Check out what we got. We just dropped a bucket hat this past week. We got a new drop in a couple of weeks too. So yeah, man, we got a lot going on, man. You know, God put something special, you know, in my mind and my heart to do this. So yeah, man, we taking off with it, and yeah, man, just stay tuned. We got a lot of great things coming up.
Yeah, man, I'm proud of you. Can't wait. Anniversary video dropping soon as well.
Yeah, I can't wait for that too. I can't wait to shoot that
Yeah,
video.
looking forward to that. So stay tuned, you guys. As usual, you guys can find me at King_Julius_Cesar. Dropping content mostly every day, whether it's cards, whether it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, like episode reviews, wrestling content, whatever it is, whatever you guys want me to do. I'm gonna be like Kevin Hart. I'm gonna say yes to everything. But all right, you guys, we appreciate you for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.
Have a blessed night.